Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. It's time for another review of another Oxford United game. Today, the Yellows were away at Burton Albion. And with illness affecting Oxford United off the pitch in terms of Karl Robinson and on the pitch, we'll get to it in a minute. This looked like it was going to be a very tricky trip to Burton this afternoon. But Oxford, for my opinion, produced their best performance of the season, a superb away victory. It finished Burton Albion 1, Oxford United 3. So there were some changes to the Oxford United lineup, one of them forced, and it's a big change really. I mean, it's unfortunate. Poor old Jack Stevens, he's gone down with glandular fever. That must be absolutely horrible. He's going to be out for at least a couple of weeks. Maybe more. I mean, that takes a while to get over and you've got to make sure you're right. But it does mean Simon Eastwood couldn't come back in. I did see, obviously, straight away there's some Eastwood haters on Twitter. But I'm not an Eastwood hater. I like Simon Eastwood. I was just hoping Oxford could put in a good performance for him. I've no problem with him being in goal whatsoever. I think his poor form at the start of the last season is long behind him. And, I think could be a number one still in many League One sides. But also Oxford played... rotated the side and put Alex Goran on the bench and put Herbie Kane back in that defensive midfield role with Brannigan and Henry ahead of him, Sykes on the right, Holland on the left and Taylor up front on his own. I was a bit dubious of this at the start. I'm not. I thought Kane should be playing higher up the pitch, but I've got to bow to the judgment of Robinson and Craig Short here. And, the old thing of saying they see these guys in and out and they're convinced that Herbie Kane's a deep line midfielder. And on the basis of this performance, how can you argue? But Burton were always going to make this a test, make it a physical battle and test Oxford with a lot of aerial balls into the box. But performance of the season, certainly the best away performance, started in the very first minute with Burton being in a very charitable mood. Just a speculative ball forward. I don't think Long was looking to hit anybody. I think Henry failed to get on it, as did a Burton defender, and it just ran through to Matty Taylor, who found himself clean through. He's been getting a lot of early goals lately, none of them earlier than this one. I think it was like 55 seconds, maybe earlier on the clock. And Oxford were 1-0 up, a perfect start, but we have seen this script before, and we really needed to build on it. And as I said, Burton, the biggest threat from them is getting the ball forward quickly, getting it up to Aikins, getting it up to Hemmings, who played in this instance, obviously ex-Oxford United, and building from there. And every time they get a throw-in, it's a long throw-in into the box. Every time they get a free kick, it's a hurl into the box. And really, for me, the only player I thought of any sort of skill and guile in their side was Chapman. And we've seen him play for Shrewsbury last season. And again, I thought he was very good today. And he is a better footballer than I thought the rest of his side. But this might just be a bad off day for Burton, because I thought they were really poor today. And it really became a matter of just Oxford, can we just take the chances and put this game to bed? If it would have been 1-0 at half-time, it really would have been unjust. And because, my God, we had some chances again. And it's not down to poor finishing so much. I mean, Brannigan got in a couple of times and their goalie Garrett made a couple of cracking saves. Taylor... Again, he made a save from Taylor as well, and there were chances that went across the box. Finally, the second goal did come just before half-time. I think it's gone down as a Bothwich own goal, but I think that's harsh on Nathan Holland. A good move by Oxford United, who kept the ball alive, kept the ball really well, passed it around, passed it in behind Burton, got in numerous times. It was a ball across the box that finally an Oxford player got on the end of and converted. And 2-0 felt about right going in at half-time, and it made for a much more comfortable second half, put it that way. The second half started and Oxford were in complete control of this game. I mean, barring the odd set piece that could have gone in, I don't really think Burton Albion had too many chances. And I actually think, I really thought Burton were poor today. And I don't say this often, but I really thought Oxford were a level above Burton Albion today. I thought we looked a better side all the way over the pitch. We passed the ball better. We kept the ball better. We controlled the ball and created numerous chances like we always do. And we defended well as well. We stood up to them. We were strong. And it's going to be very difficult to find anybody in an Oxford side that played badly today. And probably the worst player probably was Simon Eastwood, only because he didn't have very much to do. But failures again to kill the game off. led to Burton finally getting that goal. I mean, he knew it was going to bloody happen, didn't you? Because can't keep a clean sheet. Poor old Eastwood could never keep a clean sheet either. Chapman got in behind, and like he did numerous times, but Oxford cleared the first ball, but the second ball this time did fall to a Burton player, and Larkin sliced the ball and confused everybody, but it nestled into the top corner, and suddenly you had that, this is an easy win, to, oh my God, are we going to throw this away? And it was nervy, and we needed that third goal, and it did actually come, and it came from Oxford getting a penalty. Great work from Matty Taylor, not giving up. Burton really slack at the back in this moment, an indecision between Garrett and a defender from a pass back, and Taylor nipped in and won it. Keeper dragged him down, left it to Henry to make it 3-1 to Oxford. But I'm not going to overlook this, Burton fans, if you are listening to this. There was a blatant foul on Chapman by Gavin White, I think it was, a push in the back in the build-up, which wasn't given, and Oxford went up the other end and scored. So you can feel hard done by on that one, that's for sure. I don't think many of you can argue about Oxford winning today. I thought we were the better side, and it started right the way from the back. I thought Elliot Moore was immense. I thought Long was a lot stronger today. Seddon, one of his best games defensively. Holland was always a threat. Brannigan and Henry were so good at driving the game forward. Sykes, some of his touches were great, and getting in behind. His through ball into Brannigan in the first half was superb. Taylor gets the early goal, and suddenly he's like on everything. He's a bastard the whole game, just making it awkward for every single defender. But again, Herbie Kane, you have to single him out as being just such an effortless footballer. Everything he does just looks so easy, takes the pressure off. It's like he doesn't break sweat in the game at all. He gets the ball with 2 or 3 players around him, and he's able to turn and lay it off, and he's just so comfortable in that role. And if he is going to nestle into that number 6 role, then on the basis of this performance, we should be very excited by it. Because this was Oxford's best performance of the season, in my opinion. A fantastic win, a difficult place to go, and that's back-to-back wins now. Only that difficult game against Plymouth, which we've come unstuck. Other than that, the form's been pretty good. We rise up the table. Got a nice home game next week where the tickets are cheap against Morecambe. Let's hope for a good full house at the Kassam Stadium. We're a decent crowd, and let's beat a side that are struggling and usually concede a lot of goals. Hopefully Oxford can put in a really good performance with a week off against this Morecambe side. So not much more to say about this one. Burton fans, please let me know your comments down below. Let me know if this is a usual performance for you guys, or was it just a bit of a blip? And Oxford fans, let me know. Just let me know. You must have been impressed with this one today. There's not really too much to complain about at all. Superb. So enjoy it. Enjoy it long into the night, Oxford fans. If you like this video, hit like. If you haven't subscribed and you like the content, hit subscribe. And I'll be back. We'll be back with some League One and Premier League content in the week. And I'll be back next weekend for the review. Not doing the Pizza World Championship. No. But I'll be back for a review of the Morecambe game next Saturday. Okay, have a great evening. See you soon.